Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're testing out the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better foundation and skincare, and this is a new product that's just been released from IT Cosmetics, and I was so excited to test this out because I do use the CC cream, the oil-free one. That is one of my favourite things to use on my face. Absolutely love it. My mum uses the original CC cream and she loves it as well, and I thought I would go ahead and test this out because this has so many claims. It says it has loads of great things in it, loads of skincare benefits, and also says that it improves bare skin in 2 weeks. Now, as you guys can see, my skin is really flaring up recently. For the last 2 months it has just been absolutely crazy. I have so much redness, I have loads of blemishes, especially around here, and yeah, it's just not the best for me at the moment. But this says that it can give you better skin in 2 weeks, so that is what I'm hoping that it's going to do. It also says that it's water light, medium coverage, natural radiant finish. Now, I do have very oily skin, so hopefully this isn't going to make me oily throughout the day. This does say that it's for pretty much all skin types as well. It also says that it's dermatologically tested for safety, non-comedogenic and suitable for sensitive skin. And I have incredibly sensitive skin. The IT Cosmetics oil-free CC cream works amazingly on my skin, doesn't break me out or anything like that, so I'm hoping that this is going to be exactly the same. So if you're new to my channel and you enjoy this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below, and also make sure to hit the bell icon just so you're notified every time I upload a new video. This also retails for £32 in the UK and $39.50 in the US. They also have 40 shades. They start from very fair to very deep. They also have cool, neutral and warm undertones, which is great for people that have loads of different skin tones. So it looks like that you're probably going to be able to find a shade that's going to match you. I do have the shade 32 medium warm just because I do self-tan my body but I don't self-tan my face. So I do have a foundation that I match to my neck and also to the rest of my body. As you can see, my face is a very different shade to my neck, and that is just because I have very sensitive skin. I also cleanse, tone and moisturise twice a day, so there'd be absolutely no point in me tanning my face anyway. And for the key benefits, it says skincare infused foundation delivers a better looking complexion instantly and better bare skin. Microfine pearl powder provides a natural radiant finish, while lightweight formula delivers all day hydration. Medium buildable makes it easy to customise your makeup look. Suitable for all skin types, infused with hyaluronic acid, aloe vera extract, vitamins E and B5 and Hepe's acid. And that's all the information about this foundation, and if you want to see me apply it and see how it goes throughout the rest of the day, then just keep watching. So I've zoomed in a little bit just so you can see what my skin looks like. As you can see, I have a lot of redness, I have a lot of blemishes. I've already moisturised, so I've used some of my favourite primers that I use a lot of the time. So I've used the Ordinary High Adherence Silicone Primer, which is this one, the Professional by Benefit, and then also my Wet n Wild Coconut Primer Water, which I'm obsessed with. Also, this foundation doesn't have any SPF as well, but I do use SPF on a daily basis anyway, and this is the Nivea Sun UV Face Shine Control, which is SPF 50. I use this before I put on all my primers and it's just so good. So the shade that I have is 32 medium warm, and it looks like it might match my neck. It might be a little bit dark, but I'm hoping that it doesn't oxidize, and I'm hoping that it goes on a little bit lighter than it currently looks. But I did try and use a shade finder, and this one looked like it was going to be the best match for me. I have freshly self-tanned, so it might get a bit darker during the day anyway, so hopefully it's going to match. There's also 30 millilitres or 1 fluid ounce, which is like a standard foundation, and this is what the bottle looks like. I just think it looks so nice and sleek, and it just looks really nice. I like the cap as well. And then it has a pump on there as well, which is something that I love. This is what they have on these CC creams as well. And I don't know if you guys can see, but there's also a little bit of glitter in there as well. I don't know if you can see in this camera, but it looks really nice. It looks very radiant. I'm going to try 2 different ways to apply this. I'm going to use a brush and also a sponge, because it does say the best way to apply it is a brush, but I don't tend to use brushes for my liquid foundations. I tend to use a sponge. So we're going to try both ways and just see which is the best way. The brush that I'm using today is the IT Cosmetics CC Skin Perfecting number 702. This is what I got with the CC cream. I really do like it. If I'm to use a brush with any liquid foundation, this is a brush that I use. So it doesn't say how much to use, but just going to apply as much as I can on the back of my hand. I think I'm just going to do 1 pump. Okay, so that is basically 1.5 pumps. It looks like it's going to be a pretty good match for me. It doesn't look too dark, and the undertone looks like it's pretty good as well. It feels really nice when I'm just putting it on my skin. It feels quite creamy. It doesn't feel liquidy or anything like that. It just feels really nice. We'll also see if it covers up this massive spot that I have right here that is very red. So yeah, we'll see if it works. coverage is pretty nice. However, it looks very, very patchy using the brush. It just doesn't look nice on the skin. It's gone into my pores, and I think that might just be using this brush. I'll just zoom in so you can see what I mean, but not the best. So I'm not sure if you can see, but it's looking pretty patchy, not very nice. So I think I'm just going to blend it out with a sponge. It looks so much better now that I've blended it out with a sponge. I don't really like the brush. Like I said, I don't tend to use brushes for liquid foundation. I tend to use a sponge. This one's just a Real Techniques complexion sponge. So I'm just going to add a little bit more and blend it out with a sponge just to see if we can build it up, because it does say there is buildable coverage, and I've just put half a pump on my hand as well. It actually looks really nice on the skin. It built up so easily as well. I just think it looks very nice and natural. It doesn't look cakey. It hasn't covered up this spot completely, but it is a medium buildable coverage, so I wasn't expecting it to cover up completely, but the redness has gone down a lot. It just looks really nice and radiant. It doesn't look cakey. It doesn't look too matte. It does look matte, but it doesn't look too matte. It sort of looks like a semi-matte finish. The colour looks like it's pretty good for my neck. It might be a little bit too dark, but we can just take it down the neck anyway. But yeah, this is what it looks like. So this is with the foundation on. This is with no foundation on. So you can see all of my redness, all of my blemishes. Just doesn't look very good. And then this side, it just looks really nice and flawless. I really like the way that it looks, so I'm going to put the foundation on the other side and then come back and show you what it looks like. This is what the foundation looks like, and I feel like it looks so beautiful on the skin. It looks very natural. It looks radiant, but it doesn't look to the point where I look oily or anything like that. It just looks so nice. It built up so easily. Like I said, very natural on the skin. It hasn't covered up all of my redness and blemishes, but I don't mind that. I actually think it looks really nice, and I actually do prefer light medium coverage foundations at the moment, so this is what I love. It actually seems a little bit more fuller coverage than I'm used to, but it just looks so nice, very radiant on the skin. I don't know if you'd like it if you have dry skin, because it does seem quite matte, and I have noticed that it has dried down pretty quickly as well. So if you do have dry skin, just bear that in mind. You might need to use a hydrating primer, but I like it. I feel like it looks absolutely beautiful on the skin, and I'm going to go ahead, do the rest of my makeup and come back and show you what it looks like. And I've finished off the rest of my makeup, and this is what it looks like, and I feel like it looks so beautiful on the skin. It doesn't look cakey. The rest of my products just glided on so easily, and it just looks so nice and natural on the skin. Now the colour match in natural lighting is perfect. It doesn't look too dark or anything like that, so I'm not too sure how it looks in these lights, but in natural lighting it looks so good, and I'm so impressed with the way that it looks. Like I said, it looks very natural on the skin. It doesn't really look like I'm wearing anything, but it still makes my skin look really nice and flawless. And like I said, everything else just went on so easily, and it just looks so beautiful. I'm so happy with the way that it looks. So the time now is 10 to 1 in the afternoon, and I'm going to keep this foundation on for about 8 hours. Going to come back and show you what it looks like. So I'm back, and it's now 10:05 in the evening. So I've had this foundation on now for 9 hours, and I feel like now is a good time to give you my final first impression. So looking at my skin, it doesn't look too bad. Now obviously it has come off on different areas. So my chin has come off, also on the sides of my nose. I do wear glasses, so I'm not shocked that it comes off on the sides of my nose, and it has come off a bit lower down on my nose, but to be honest, I have been rubbing my nose because I have been outside earlier, so it has sort of been like dripping a little bit. And then also my forehead has come off, but I was wearing a hat for about 2 hours while I was out earlier, and it's absolutely freezing here in England. But I thought that it would be worse with the amount of time that I was wearing the hat for. But looking at the skin, it looks pretty good. To be honest, it doesn't look that oily. So now I'm going to compare it to my CC cream and then also my tinted moisturiser that I use all the time. So I do use the IT Cosmetics oil-free CC cream and then the Laura Mercier oil-free tinted moisturiser, and I actually prefer those two over this foundation. I feel like this is really good for a foundation because you do have the skincare in there and it looks nice on the skin. It doesn't look cakey or anything like that, and I feel like it has done pretty good on my oils. But with the CC cream, I prefer the longevity of it, and I feel like it just makes my skin so much better. The fact that it has the SPF in there, has loads of anti-aging ingredients as well. This has ingredients, but it doesn't have the anti-aging ingredients that the CC cream does. However, I do prefer the look of this foundation. I feel like it looks a lot more radiant, so much more natural, and I feel like sometimes with the CC cream it can start to look a little bit cakey. Now with the tinted moisturiser, I love that. I love the way that it looks on the skin. It looks so nice and natural. This you do get a bit more coverage, and this one is easily buildable just like the tinted moisturiser, but I don't know, I actually like both of them, but I think I'd probably reach for my tinted moisturiser more. If I was to just wear a foundation, I feel like this would probably be the thing for me to go for, because it does look nice on the skin. Even after 9 hours, I wasn't expecting it to last this long on my skin because I do have very, very oily skin. I was just expecting it to look horrible after a couple of hours, and it actually looks really good. I really like the colour match as well, it looks perfect, and I don't know, I just really like it. I feel like if I was to go out now, then I would just need to put a little bit more on my chin, then on my nose and a bit on my forehead. But like I said, it builds up very, very easily, so don't feel like you'd have an issue with it. As you also saw earlier on, this does have a little bit of glitter in there, and I was very worried about applying it to my skin. I thought that it'd look very glittery. Honestly, you can't see it on the skin. I feel like it sort of blends in with your skin. I have noticed that now, since I have started to look a little bit oily on my forehead, I can start to see a little bit of the sparkles that are in here, and I don't know if that's just when you tend to get oily skin and then this comes out, but I didn't notice it earlier on, and even after 5 hours when I was looking at my skin, I didn't notice it there either, and my skin wasn't oily. But like I said, I do have a lot of dryness around my mouth, but that's just something that I get every now and again because I do use a very strong acne cream. Then if I use it for a certain amount of time, then my skin starts to get quite dry, so I'm not really too bothered about that. My skin won't look like that every single day, it's just at the moment it is starting to flare up a little bit flaky. But overall, I really do like the foundation and feel like it's done pretty good. I'm also going to be testing this out quite a lot more because it does have the 2-week bare skin claim, and that's something that I'm very intrigued about, and I want to see if it does actually work. So I don't actually wear foundation or makeup every single day, only usually on weekends, and there's no point in me only testing this out for 2 weeks to see if it makes a difference, because likely it won't. So I am going to be testing this out for a little bit more just to see if it does make a difference in my skin, and I'm very intrigued in it, so I will let you know how that goes. But overall, I do like the foundation. I do like the way that it's worn on my skin, and like I said, there are just some areas of my skin where it has come off, but to be honest, I could just put a little bit more foundation on and then it would look perfect, so I'm not really too bothered about it. Now, like I said, I do prefer my CC cream and my tinted moisturiser to this, only because I'm very used to them, so I will be testing this out a lot more just to see how it goes and see if I get better skin and see if I actually prefer it to my other products that I use. But overall, I do really like it. I feel like this is a very good first impression, and I feel like it's worn pretty good for 9 hours considering I have very, very oily skin, and I've been wearing a hat as well, so obviously my forehead is going to have come off anyway. So this is my first impression on the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better Foundation and Skincare. Now, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you've tried out this foundation, if you like it or if you don't, just comment down below to let me know, and make sure that you give this video a very big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video, guys. Bye!